Okay, I think we're back. Um, could someone say hi again, please? Sometimes when you get blocked, the next time, love it. Okay, Antoinette, there we go. Okay, we're back. So let me just log on quick. Say hi to everybody. All right, so we're gonna try to have to do this without the music, which is hard, until like the very end. Okay, we all we all know the songs. For those that weren't with us, well, all right, here let me just kind of do it like it happened 24 hours ago. I will try to keep the music. Let me see. All right, let's see. I'm always playing music. Okay. All right, so this was us on the way early in the morning. Head into the Center for Great Apes to celebrate Bubbles Day with him and the reveal of the statue and a whole lot more. This was this here was the card, and we had coconuts, we had peanuts, we had oh good, Enrico, yeah. All you guys, I'll address it in a minute. There's
Happy Bubbles Day, everybody. Happy birthday to Bubbles. Early start here. We're not going to have too many people on. It's early in the morning. I'm on my way to see Bubbles. You know me, I got to be way early. We're out here in the middle of nothing. You can just maybe hear the sounds of the, hey, Vivian's in the house. You know it's a big day. All right, so here's the reception is so out here. I just wanted to make sure that we got this first. Let me say hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. Oh, I wasn't going to show the outfit. All right, there's a special reason we're wearing this. So today's Bubbles Day. We're celebrating Bubbles' birthday. It's Bubbles Day. The statue will be unveiled in about 3 hours from now. I have to go in early and prep everything, and hey, Annie, and get ready for that. So around 11:30, start checking 11:20, 11:25, 11:30. I'm not sure exactly what time. They're doing some stuff there earlier, and then I'm going to come on after that. All the stuff from earlier, they're going to send me. We'll compile it, and we'll put it into it. This will all make sense in a couple hours, all the secrets. All right, we have an amazing, I don't see Crystal on there yet, but it's Bubbles Day. You guys make this possible. Everyone here on the card. We'll show all that later. Everyone on the plaque. We got coconuts. We've got 25 pounds of peanuts. We've got pomegranates. We've got painting canvases for Bubbles and his friends. We got a special gift in there. We've got popcorn for Bubble. We got toys. Here's the banner. Here's the big banner. Here's Gatorade. Bubbles loves this flavored drink. Here's a special gift for me in this box that we hope he likes. We hope he's going to like it. All right. Let me sit in the car for this one here. All right. So that was on the way. That was on the way there. 30, okay. 11. Then, like I would say to start around.
I got to go in reverse. All right.
I would say to start.
Then, now what had happened was, let me get on camera here. Hey, everybody. So what had happened was that the mayor was there, and they did a proclamation reading and everything for Bubbles. They asked me not to film that part in the beginning. They wanted to film it. They're going to send me all the footage. Once I get it, we'll compile it. But it was officially a proclamation for Bubbles. Like it was like a real thing. It was the first proclamation of 2025. All right. So then, let me see. I'm trying to go in sequence.
I would say to start around 11:20.
Okay. So I think this is out of order. Yeah, hold on. This is out of order. That's that. That's that. All right. Let's get to the... Oh, I pinned it to the top. Okay, all right. So here was the main event, okay, as we're kind of...
Okay. Yes.
Birthday boy.
Come, you guys.
What is going on over
So this was him just coming out. This was right after the reading of the proclamation.
Well, you just had your foot off.
There was about 50 people out there, so he kind of does little thing. That's like his entrance. He always warms up a little. We were letting it simmer,
Okay, guys, we're just logging on.
Everyone had their cameras out, so
I'll tell you about it later.
I was kind of whispering.
First, see what's going on. I'm not going to show you the statue yet. Got to hide the statue. Hang on. Got to make it dramatic. We got a little song we have to play that goes with it.
Mandy?
So we got a bunch of people in there. We just had a nice ceremony. The mayor's here. Hang on for a couple minutes. Here come the girls.
You guys just tuning in. This is a little recap of what happened yesterday for those that weren't able to watch it with us live.
Join the party.
Here come the girls. There's Boma and Oopsie. And I think Coda was back there somewhere.
There's Boma. I don't know who that is. There she is. That's Oopsie. There's Oopsie and Bubbles. Here's the birthday boy. It's Bubbles Day. There's his friends enjoying the day. I brought him coconuts, we've mangoes, we've got peanuts, we've got toys, we've got a big mirror. I don't know where it is. Hang on a second. There's a bunch of people here, all the staff and volunteers are here. The mayor's here. He's being a little shy here in the beginning. Hey, everybody.
Good morning. You guys just tuning in. This is a recap of yesterday for those that weren't with us
They're
live.
going to send me the footage of it as soon as it's ready. They asked me not to film that part live. I'll tell you why in a minute. Here he is. Here's the birthday boy. It's Bubbles Day. I gotta hide the statue. I gotta go like this. Sorry.
Just real quick, this is what they handed out when you walked in.
There we go.
Oh, we got to get that one there.
No.
No? Okay.
There's a bunch of people filming, so I don't want to talk too loud. Give me a minute.
I'll show you this more at the end.
In a second.
So he kind of did his thing, and he was kind of peeking over. He knew something big was happening. It wasn't a normal day. They had a canopy there, and he's doing his little warm-ups. And that's Patty Reagan, our friend, director. founder of the Center for Great Apes.
He's warmed it up.
We're just kind of waiting. We're letting it simmer.
Next thing, Andrew Hope says there's the mayor of Archival, Florida. He did a lovely thing. I'll tell you about it in a minute.
I had a nice little chat with the mayor, thanking him. Yeah, he was. When it's like one-on-one, he's right there in front of you. When it's the big crowd, he's takes him a little time to warm up.
Then I'll do all stuff.
Our staff and some of our volunteers have been here for a long time. We've always celebrated Bubbles' birthday, March 11th, which was the day he arrived. And since Bubbles was born in a lab and then sent to Michael Jackson from there, we never had any kind of record. No records came from the trainer in Hollywood of his actual birth date. And then somebody that knew him from the lab or knew the deal and said it was in April. So we have picked April to celebrate it because we celebrate Oopsie's birthday March 11th, since she also arrived at the same time Bubbles did, but we don't know her birthday either. So she's now March 11th, Bubbles is now April 12th.
So earlier in the day, I had a plaque made for Patty, and I stood up and I presented it to her, and the mayor read the proclamation,
but she doesn't like it.
and she gave a nice little speech thanking us, and I thanked her for letting us, on behalf of all you guys, do this. So hopefully I'll have that footage, today or tomorrow, and we'll put it all together. So, all right. So we fast forward a little.
You guys just tuning in. We haven't shown the statue yet. We're just gonna wait here. I got some music to play.
All the people were walking up, taking pictures with the statue. So I wanted to wait until everybody had their chance, and then we would go last. Hey, Holly. Oh, I have to show you something, Holly and Adrian.
Okay,
Andrea, sorry.
Oh, hey. I didn't see you there. Hi. All right, well. Why do I keep losing my phone?
Sorry about the camera shit. I'm trying to do 3 different things.
I set my phone down.
And I was trying not to show the statue before we did our part. So this is kind of everybody getting their pictures in. It's hard for even me to watch. All right. That's when he's most happy. He's got his little snack, and he's looking at me saying, "You back again? What do you want?" I go, "Hey, we made you a promise. We made you a promise, buddy."
I still want to hug him.
Oh, I know.
I would wear armor. I would take the chance.
I know.
I don't think he would hurt me.
I know.
You just want to put your arm. You just want to hug him like one time, just to know what that feels like.
What you got? You got your ice?
Just to know what that feels like. But like, especially that one. Especially that one.
Bubbles, you want to come home? You go for a ride?
How fun would that be?
Don't think it's big enough, but we'll make it
He's
work.
just so. He's so perfect. I mean,
Segment on Jimmy Kimmel with Bon
you know, and the thoughts that go through. All right. So without further ado,
He hasn't seen it yet. I was hoping.
He hasn't seen it.
No, it's right there. You see it?
I think it's right about 25-minute mark.
All right, Bubs.
All right.
Yeah, okay, so guys, let me play it while he's here. So instead of singing Happy Birthday, right? Are you listening? Kind of boring. We all know this song. Huh? Hold on, we might have to do it again unless he stops. Hold on. No, he moved. No, it's gonna make me get up.
I was all set. I was down on the ground. Gotta follow Michael. Gotta follow the spotlight.
These are Bubbles' little friends he hangs out with. It's just another day here in the neighborhood. They're out playing.
Get a little moonwalk there.
Moonwalk. This is Boma. Hey, Boma. What's happening? How's
All
your
right.
day going?
I think it was right here.
Here we go.
No, wait a minute. Yeah, hold on. All right. So this was the unveiling. That's the pedestal. That's one of these. These are actually copies. See how they cut Michael's head off at the top? So he gave me, see how that one's cut and that one's not? So these are still on the pedestal. Let me just lower it a little because so the song, of course, is Best of Joy. That's the whole theme. And, you know, those that were wondering why we've been playing it, it all makes sense. It was more than just a statue. It's the whole theme of the day.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
And then the big surprise was right here. Bubbles painting Michael. I listen to every song, literally. And this song, it was Best of Joy. It was supposed to be written for the toy back in 1980. And a little thing called Thriller came along, and so that became the project. And this is one of the last songs. I don't know if it was the last. There's a little, I guess we'll never know for sure. But it was one of the last songs for sure that he was working on. And when he sings "We Are Forever," that was just the inspiration to use this song. To have "We Are Forever" as the because they are forever. Now they're both forever, and boy. I kind of lost it a little bit. I've been thinking about this for 2 years, and you go through all the scenarios in your mind, how it's going to play out. what the statue, what we had to do to get the statue here, and oh yeah, Wendy, it was, you know, the mayor was there with his, you know, with his little kids, and I got to talk to him. I got to thank him. I told him we need more mayors like him to get things done for Bubbles and for Michael, of course, and the Jacksons. These are all you guys that made this happen. We're all kind of immortalized together, if you think about it. You know, we're all, yeah, thanks, Lonico. It was, you know, it's hard. It's hard to pick one song, right? That, by the way, here's my breakfast in the morning.
Here's the two that really made the day happen right here. Special thanks to Patty
Oh, it's like a special moment.
and Bubbles.
Yeah, Bubba finally has the water out of his mouth. Came to say hello. We're done. So, I just want to say thank you to everybody for this amazing gift. Kind of immortalized Bubble. Sanctuary care is very important for grade 8. They can come out of labs, they can come out of entertainment, they can come out of pet trade, and they have a future permanent home. And because of Bubble's fame with Michael and how much Michael loved him and wanted him to have sanctuary care, we're really excited to celebrate his 20th year in sanctuary care, his 42nd year on the planet, and just thank you to all the supporters that helped provide this amazing statue and commemoration of Bubbles. And a special thanks to Ron Pia, who pulled this all together.
Oh, we thank you more. Thank you, Pat.
What do you think, Bev? Boy, it's smart. Did you get a good look at? He hasn't seen the front yet. When we move it down, we'll have to turn it. Yeah.
You want me to turn it? I can turn it.
Well, not by your.
No buffets, Wendy. Back in Vegas this week.
Yeah, we need him to see it.
Next week, actually.
No.
Could you?
Hey, Teddy.
Yeah, Patty Reagan is.
Turn the statues up.
Turn it off.
No,
I gave her a special
Can you
plaque.
just hold this for a second?
Teddy.
I'm shake.
That's okay.
Teddy.
Hey, Bubs. Bubs. Bubs.
That, of course, for those that don't know, the shirt that Michael wore in their first short film together, Leave Me Alone.
How much for that?
You want that?
He didn't know.
He didn't. Thank you.
Oh, I was going to have you help him turn it. And then Bubbles to see the front, but
No, it kind of slides on
It's
the thing.
easy.
Yeah. So, okay. Here's the shot with you guys. I'll take a picture of it.
That wasn't Bubbles. That was the other. That was the other habitat.
All right.
This group is such well behaved. They are.
We'll try this. There's two songs, okay? The birthday song from last year. We'll sing
All right,
happy birthday
so then,
to you guys, wherever you are.
All right. So then we had that. Hold on a second. All right. No, that was that.
There's a little tease. All right? That's all you get. So the people are coming up to take the pictures.
But
That's the mayor who did an amazing thing.
I thought I had this in order. Oh, okay.
Amazing thing.
That's what's posted. let me just show you one thing because I saw they're on here. Look at this amazing, Andrew and Holly. Look at this amazing what they did. That is so beautiful. Look at that. Wow. That is so beautiful. Oh, wow. That is beautiful, girls. Look at that. I hope I get to meet you. I hope I get to meet you both this summer. If we make it to the UK, the Jacksons coming on the 5th, the 19th, and the 31st in the UK. Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna send this to, if I can. I'm gonna send this to Patty out there. She would love to see that. Look at that. You guys, wow. Absolutely beautiful. I wish everybody was here. Well, that's going to kind of lead into something, but look at that. Look at that. Come on, I'm all cried out. We did our adoption too. I gave her the money. Part of the money went for adoptions. A lot of it went for toys. I can tell you that. A lot of it went for toys. The big thing I got them. I got them on my own. So, but you guys, the coconuts and everything, and all that stuff. All right. So then we went to this here. I think. Wait a minute. Kind of losing.
You want me to hold it?
No, that's okay.
I think this is the song. Hold on.
The card, I didn't really show you guys the names on the cards. Here we go. Here's a card. I'll take some snapshots before I leave here. Just going through kind of quick. Once again, thanks to everybody that makes all this happen.
I was just going to say that. Once again, thanks to everybody.
It's a great honor for Bubbles. It's a great place here for the statue to be.
Some people I know, some I don't, but you're all there with us. For those that aren't able to be there, I hope the camera, I don't know if it captures the emotion.
I've got to meet. Some is hopefully.
I just said that wrong.
It looks like I'll be coming out for the Jackson concerts in the UK in July. So hopefully I'll get to meet some of you that I haven't. Bubbles, it's your birthday. We love you more. The front of the card once more. That's a great picture of him. And of course the back of the card. That's my favorite picture. The Bubbles banner here, the wind was kind of blowing. There's a QR code on the banner, but once again, for those that were watching before, you come in with the QR code right there.
We're going to do that again.
See how it scans right there? M-E-M, hold on, we got Bubbles. He's coming.
No, Bubbles loves to paint. This is what Bubbles does. These are Bubbles paintings, not Michael's. All those pictures you saw Andrea have, Bubbles loves to paint. That's what he does. So
if he sits here,
That's where it tied in.
No.
All right, let me see.
For all the hard work.
Okay, so
There we
this
go, you guys.
Crystal had this song made for Bubbles amazingly.
When we embarked on this wonderful but unknown journey, we knew that we wanted to make you the most beautiful statue in the world. And we also wanted to build a whole concept around it to show you our love and our admiration. It was a crazy ride with many creative ideas and a lot of brainstorming. Thousands of hours with loops of laughter and sometimes tears. But always with one goal in heart and mind, and that is to immortalize you and pay homage to all the wonderful people at the center of Great Apes. Thankful for all the hard work and the dedication. I hope we are all making you proud, and I hope we make you happy. Here's a little song that I created for you for your big day. Love, Crystal Lee.
Hey, Bubs. This for you, buddy.
You dance beneath the spotlight, held in Michael's gentle hand. From Neverland to distant shores, you journey through the land. A friend, a soul, a shining spark, the world has come to know. Now 42 and full of grace, you've still that special glow. Oh, Bubbles, you're a legend in every heart and face. From photographs to memories, you found your rightful place. With fruit in hand and love so wide, the world still sings for you. Forever Bubbles, forever kind, forever strong and true. With Patty watching over you, where kindness fills the air. Among your furry family, you're safe and loved with care. A statue made in Paris now, a gift from fans who see that you are more than history, you're part of a legacy. Oh, Bubbles, you're a legend in every heart and face. From photographs to memories, you found your rightful place. With fruit in hand and love so wide, the world still sings for you. Forever Bubbles, forever kind, forever strong and true. You've seen the world, you felt the stars, yet still you shine right where you are. Your days. So here's to you, dear Bubbles, on birthday 42. We celebrate your magic and all the love you grew. Together we remember, together we still stand. Forever Bubbles, the world holds your hand.
Beautiful song, Crystal. Got to mention Patty in it, which was nice. All right, so one last time, here's the QR code. And when you scan it,
It took me 3 days to hear that. Well, see, I was going to say without having tears in my eyes. I guess.
As soon as I get all of today's
4
footage.
days.
And from Bubbles 83 to Bubbles 42.
All right.
Once again, you just
Let me see. Then. All right. So that'll lead us. Let me kind of backtrack a little. All right. Now what? Okay. Here. Let me kind of get on. All right. I'm just cutting onions. I was cutting onions with the thing. Yeah. So one of the things I forgot out of the 100 things that I forgot to do is I had this made. That when you approach the statue, right, you're going to hear this. Come on, Ron. Well, maybe it's good I didn't do it. Hold on a second. Oh, okay, okay. So when you approach, okay, Michael. I know it worked because I did it. All right, make a liar out of me. Maybe I'm too close. Wait. There you go. So I'm going to bring this back to them next time I see them. And when people approach, they're going to hear this. And that's what ties into We Are Forever. All right, so that was the first thing that I forgot. Okay, then. Okay, so. Hang on a second. So the statue was just part of Bubbles Day. It was a whole. It was the proclamation. Yeah, push on the black button. No. It's supposed to be that just when you see, I have it off. Just when you approach it. There you go. It lasts about like 45 seconds. So like someone's going to approach it and they're going to hear Michael. Like would have been great, Ron, if you thought I had it in my pocket. But there was so much going on. Like there's so much to remember, you guys. But I know that was a major. That's all right. So all right. Now, watch what we do here, because there was some confusion over this, all right? So, if we say you have an iPhone, say you have a tablet, all right? So, we're going to use the tablet. So, on the statue, to the top right of the statue, so I was going to have this. This was actually going to be hit to the side, so where you didn't know it was there, and then you approach it and you hear Michael. A great idea, Ron. Wish you could have done it. All right. So we take the camera, right? Now here. All right. So we take this and let's see if this works. Yes. Well, yes. All right. So you see where it says cmem.com? All right. So I click on that. And that takes me to nowhere. Okay, great. What am I doing? We'll try it again. Maybe it's not going to work on the iPad. Hold on. Wendy, help. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's scratch that. All right, let's go back to old school. But see, I wanted to show it to you on the... There it is. All right. MEM.com. I click on MEM. Okay, here we go. All right, so... You click on that, and it takes you to here. This is a page. It's called Bubbles the Chimp, okay? Here's the guest book. We'll talk more about that in a middle. Go to Images and Videos. Click on that. That's going to take you here, right? Click on the first one. It is. It is. It's the breakfast of champions. I hate to lower my favorite Jackson song, but I have to. You don't want to hear me sing. All right, so that will take you, and when this song ends, it rolls right into the second song. I think this one we can hear. So it starts in 1983 when Bubbles, actually 84, 83, 84, and I tried to do it chronologically, all the clips that I could find for him. Thanks to everyone that, these clips come off YouTube. Credit to everybody that posted.
Hey, come here. Sit down. Okay. Hey, no, get back up there. Here, right here.
Yeah, thanks, Kim. Shout out to him. We're gonna try to put together a compilation of all the clips. Police escort for Bubbles. Come on, how cool is this? Yeah, you. We're talking about you. You and you. Wait, let me lower that. Facebook, be nice. Shout out for Facebook. We didn't get blocked yesterday. Amazing. We captured all the stuff. Once again, when they send me all the pictures, I'll be able to post the real still pictures. I didn't have Wendy with me, my personal photographer who follows me. Look at Bubbles, police escort. Come on. This is one of my favorite videos, really. You guys just watched it? Oh, look at it. Look for him. Look at him. Wish I was that guy. My God. Look at the eyes, right? The eyes don't change. The eyes don't change.
Now, there is a celebrity sitting in our audience. I didn't get a chance to do the introduction. As I was saying, there's a celebrity in our audience here that's getting the full superstar treatment. Goes in the side entrances, the hotels, hideouts from the teenage girls because they smother him with kisses. He is Michael Jackson's favorite companion, and he is bound to be the object of a lot of affection. Did you bring the letter from your boss? There you go.
Oh, man.
It comes on MJJ production station there with a moonwalker at the top. Says, "Dear Dick, I'm giving Bubbles the night off from his busy schedule so he can come and play on your show." There it is. And it, believe it or not, is signed Michael Jackson. All right, now. I met you about 2 years ago Bubbles, and you've had a lot of publicity in the meantime. You're still the same sweet old chimp that you always were? Same person? Don't do that. You didn't mean that, did you? I know you're very loyal to Michael, but do you ever listen to anybody else's music? I mean, do you like heavy metal music? Can you do an impression of anybody else? How about Mick Jagger? What does Mick Jagger look like? No. That's Mick Jagger. There you go. Now, you know this stuff doesn't happen by accident. The man over my shoulder is the trainer, Mr. Bob Dunn. Bob, welcome, and thank you for bringing Bubbles along. How old is this little guy?
He's 4.5 years old.
What does he weigh?
He weighs about 43 pounds.
Now, we read all the time that he has his own clothes, his own bedroom. He spends a lot of time with Michael. Does he live there all the time?
No, half the time he lives with me when Michael's out of town.
Is he answering me? Nobody divides his time?
Yeah, usually he's in training a lot, so he lives with me when he's in training.
Now, he's all decked out in his overalls tonight. Now, is that his normal wardrobe?
He has a wardrobe just like any other kid, but he's outgrowing them quick.
I saw him in a tuxedo. Has he got all kinds of clothes?
No, we rent the tux.
Is he going to read my palm? Or... What's he doing? Have I got fleas? What is he doing?
He's grooming.
He's picking my watch off, mine. No, he's seriously, he's looking to see if there's anything there. He's found a little piece of hair on the back of those fingers. You got hair on your fingers, too.
See?
It's the same. He's traveled all over the world. Do you have any difficulty getting him in and out of countries?
We have to pull a lot of permits, but we do it. He loves traveling.
What are his favorite pastimes? What does he do? Does he like what people like?
Sure. He loves to play pillow fights, tickle, chase.
Can he moonwalk?
He does his version of
I want to see this. If Michael Jackson's friend can moonwalk, I'll know where Michael learned all of that stuff. Let me see you do your stuff, Bubbles.
Moonwalk.
All right. You're a good old guy. Thank you, Bob, very much. Thank you, Bubbles. Nice to have you with us.
So their first short film together, "Leave Me Alone," that was the outfit that I wore yesterday. I guess this song, right, was probably sadly the first sign of, things to come. He Yeah, all right, let's save that for another day. Let me wait for Bubbles' cameo, I think right about there. All the crazy stuff, right? All the there he is. This was like 87, 88. I think it was the 13th song on the bed, the CD. There's Bub's CD track at the time. Not that I played it a million times. So the clips just go in order. This was one of my favorite. I keep saying he says Ron Pia here if you listen close. Maybe not the Ron part. Ron Pia, hands away.
Marker?
I'll get blocked on that. If we fast forward a little, I think he's right about.
directing this?
You know, maybe you can have them rolled up with some kind of pull. I could like string that I could like pull them up.
Oh, Ron.
Supposed to be doing? Well, all I know is that Michael called me. I guess when he gets here, let me know what we're supposed to do.
Oh, you want it? Man, well, hey, I'm gonna...
She says Ron P. Sherry. Here we go.
But I think Bubbles is here.
Oh, it's from the Cosby Kids. And, oh, here's the guy I really love. And, there's the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, you should see my hair in the morning before I wash it and comb it out. Dude? Yeah, I understand he wears disguises. Really, yeah.
Yeah, Jane. Sadly, right? Only one person could get all these people together to do this, right? A lot of them aren't with us anymore. You know, sad.
Exactly which Michael Jackson are we talking about anyway?
I got to talk over it a little.
Hey, where's Michael? Hey! Listen, I gotta go, because they probably need me right now. Hey.
Okay, everybody, that's a wrap.
Chips during rehearsals.
We want to make sure that it's safe for Michael.
The great Vincent Patterson.
Hi, Vincent Patterson. I just got back from vacation, so my lips are all crusty from the sun and my hair's all insane, but I wanted to tell a wonderful little story about Bubbles. When I was doing Smooth Criminal, I would shoot it every day in rehearsals because Michael couldn't be there, and then I would go over to his house at Havenhurst and we would watch it in the theater, usually with Bubbles. And Bubbles would either sit on Michael's lap or sit on my lap and watch the film. But so one day Michael brought in popcorn. Well, Bubbles loved popcorn, so he kept grabbing the popcorn and grabbing the popcorn. And we kept trying to say, Bubbles, that's enough. And he started running around the little theater. So we started throwing popcorn at him and fun, and he was throwing popcorn back at us. And then at one point, Michael took off his little slipper, very soft little slipper, and threw it over at Bubbles, and Bubbles picked it up and threw it back at us. We just ran around like crazy. Bubbles was so adorable. Anyway, it was just a sweet time. Sometimes Michael brought him onto the set, and I got to hold him, and oh my God, what a sweetheart. Anyway, I'm so happy we're doing this tribute to Bubbles, and that's all I wanted to say. Love you, Bubbles. Bye.
We love Vincent Patterson, one of the great people.
He's with a caretaker with like 40 to 50 other chimps, because chimps, they get to an age.
I try to bleep out you know who's guy's voice.
They want to challenge their parents. Like if your father tell you to do something, you go, why? Why do I have to do it, Dad? And chimps are very much like that too. They'll challenge you, and it can become dangerous in a way, you know. And if they get angry with you and decide to take you on, it's no match. I mean, they're very, very strong. If they can take your finger off. They're very powerful.
But while Bubbles was living at Neverland, Bubbles, the other animals, and Michael were virtually inseparable.
Many people made fun of me with my animals, you know. If I come home from a hard day at the studio and I come home to my deer or my chimps, and I can hug them and they don't ask you anything, they don't complain, you know, they don't gossip. They just want a hug and some love and you get on with it. You know, where's the pizza? Whip out the ice cream. Because the chimps, they love snacks. And, you know, they run around and they help me clean the room and they help me fix up things, you know, and their DNA is literally identical to ours if you look in the microscope. And they're amazing. Yeah, they help me clean up my room. They help me dust. They flush the toilet after they use the bathroom. And sure, yeah, of course. Bubbles would go himself. And he'd sit at the table and he picks up his spoon and his fork and he eats and he's very polite and very intelligent.
This here was fan made to song Whatever Happens. Yeah, Michael was sent to Bob Dunn, who was was like the Hollywood trainer, say, for many years out there. And when he no longer was in the industry, he sent a bunch of his chimps and orangutans to Patty at the Center for Great Apes. So he was like really the last of the quote Hollywood trainer. So she has a bunch of chimps and a bunch of the orangutans that came from him. He has come by multiple times to visit Bubbles. Bubbles definitely remembered him, reacted nicely with him. I tried to contact him for this. I wasn't able to get to. Well, I'm going to keep trying again. This is for those just tuning in. This is a QR code that we have here, and I can add. I got like the extra one, so we can add up to 50 different clips, and we can we can arrange them in the order we want. We all kind of have the same footage. There's only Shauna. Shout out to Shauna. Yeah, Jane. That was one of the first ones. Look how little he was. Wow. Bubbles' eyes. That's why with the statue, it took a lot of back and forth. Everything we do, right? We're Michael Jackson fans, and he set the bar so high. Obviously, we don't have the bankroll to do that stuff. So we try to do the best we can with what we have to work with. Here's a clip from Halloween. A lot of people haven't seen this. Yeah, Lanika, I know. Look.
It never gets old.
We show it every year. Hey Tina, hi everybody. We're just watching. We had a little recap earlier. This is the QR code. Always ahead of the curve. Always groundbreaking. Can't you just sit home and watch this like all day? All right, so then he arrived at the Center for Great Apes. The year is, Bubbles first arrived in 2005.
Because we see the way chimps are so human-like, does this chimp, Bubbles, does it recognize that Michael Jackson is dead?
We have not discussed it with him because Michael has not been here to see Bubbles. It's been many years since he's seen Bubbles, and he's very connected and happy in his chimpanzee family right now.
Michael Jackson's menagerie also included dozens of other animals, including giraffes. They now live on a preserve on the edge of the Grand Canyon. Dr. Marty Dennis was Jackson's veterinarian.
He had just a very pure concern for every animal on that property.
But Bubbles had a special place in Jackson's heart. He was a one-time actor. And for Michael Jackson, a one-time best friend. For today, Kerry Sanders, NBC News, Wauchula, Florida.
All right, brace yourself. Kerry tells me that.
Meet Bubbles. Other than Tarzan's cheetah, he may be the most famous chimpanzee in the world.
I think he beats cheetah.
Years ago, he was Michael Jackson's pet.
Probably the best tribute that we could pay to Michael Jackson here is to just take excellent care of Bubbles, because I know he loved Bubbles.
Patty Reagan is director of the Center for Great Apes outside Wauchula, Florida. For the last 4 years, Bubbles has lived here at the nonprofit sanctuary with 41 other chimpanzees and orangutans. Nearly all were circus performers, pets, or in the movies.
They relax, they take naps together, they might go up in the top of the cupola, they might go out in the chutes and lie under a tree in the tunnel system. They groom each other, and they fight, and they have arguments too.
Like we do.
Yes.
Since Jackson's death, there have been so many stories about what happened to Bubbles, most flat out wrong, says Reagan. She decided to let us visit exclusively with him.
Hey, Bubbles. Hey, how's my boy?
He was clearly comfortable with our camera in his face. Old habits are hard to break. He likes cucumbers for lunch and, of course, bananas. And he likes making faces. Bubbles was born in Texas in 1983. It's not clear where. At about 8 months old, animal trainer Bob Dunn purchased Bubbles for Jackson. The two became inseparable. They posed for pictures with fans. Here, Bubbles posed with a picture of Michael. They ate together and went on tour together. This YouTube video shows the two during a press conference in Japan. But eventually, when Bubbles got too big and strong, he was returned to animal trainer Dunn, where he lived until 4 years ago. That Jackson couldn't keep him is a perfect example, Reagan says, why chimps should never be pets. They get too strong.
This is one of the most successful and wealthy individuals at the time he had Bubbles, and it was not even appropriate for him to keep Bubbles after a certain age.
Jackson never came to visit Bubbles, but if he had...
Most of our chimps recognize their former owners, and they get very excited to see them. And
he was actually planning on something with Lassie and he was trying to
moonwalk together for old time's sake. John Zarella, CNN, Wauchula, Florida.
Jackson fans may remember Bubbles as Michael's cute young chimpanzee who disappeared completely from public life many years ago. This is Bubbles today. Bubbles has been acclimated into normal chimpanzee life. Michael had planned to visit Bubbles in 2005, but he ended up not making the trip. Tragically, he would never get the chance. Suddenly, Bubbles was thrown back into the public eye.
One of the questions that came a lot to me was, have you told Bubbles? How did Bubbles react? Is Bubbles sad? Well, Bubbles has not really seen Michael for 5 to 7 or 8 years, and so he's not been part of his daily activity. I think that if he had been there and been around him, he would definitely realize the loss. We have not shown Bubbles specifically any photos of Michael Jackson or videos. We don't know how he'll react to it. What if it did bring back memories and it made him feel badly?
While filming this program, LaToya expressed an interest in visiting Bubbles. Patty agreed. And for the first time in more than 20 years, they will reunite.
I often think about Bubbles, and I think it would be my dream to see him and wonder if he would recognize me or even know me and just see how big he's gotten or what he's doing, what his personality is like, the difference in what it was then and now.
Adult chimpanzees perform a display when they meet someone, and Bubbles is no exception. LaToya is on her way to Florida. It's only been 10 months since Michael passed away, and LaToya is coming to terms with that. The visit with Bubbles may give her some closure.
I mean, I am a bit nervous about it, but I can't wait to take pictures with him.
After traveling 3,000 miles, LaToya and her entourage arrive at the Center for Great Apes.
Hello, how are you? I'm Patty.
You must be Patty.
But before LaToya gets to see Bubbles again, she is warned it might not be the affectionate reunion she expects.
Bubbles has a unique feature. He will get a mouthful of water sometimes, and he'll spit it at people that are new, that are visiting. Yes, so you might get a little shower from Bubbles.
Is it very forceful?
No, it's just
Just a little bit, yeah?
Just a
Okay,
little
good.
bit. So,
I'm glad you told me that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my favorite thing, you guys. I stand there.
Hi, Bubbles. What are you hiding in your mouth? Is
You
something
want to come a
there?
little bit? Yeah, you can come closer.
Is something in its mouth?
Let's see. Have you got some water? How you doing, sweetie? What's in your mouth?
Bubbles, hi. Do you remember me? Bubbles? Hi, Bubbles.
He might be spitting. I think he is going to spit. That's all right. One thing that Bubbles really likes to do is play in the hose. Do you want a drink? He likes the water.
Can I put it on him?
Yes, you can.
Here? Some water? Yes,
Did
Bubbles.
he play in the hose?
That's the last thing on my bucket list.
Yes. It's very interesting.
I would
because
love to
when I
do
look
that
at
to him.
Bubbles, I still see the features of when he was extremely young. And that looks the same to me. And I see the gray around his mouth.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. I think he kind of remembers me, guys. I think he's being shy with it.
Oh, I think he definitely remembers you, LaToya.
Yes. See, he didn't spit on me.
He didn't spit on you, yes.
Oh, he's so adorable. But if you don't mind, I just want to say a couple of words to Bubbles of love. Bubbles? Do you remember me?
All right, so that part.
Bye to Bubbles is bittersweet.
Meet Bubbles. Other than Tarzan's cheetah, he may be the most famous chimpanzee.
I think I played that one already. Hold on. I got to get that out of the...
You think of Michael Jackson, you think about the Jackson 5, plenty of hits, his funny gold glove he used to wear, sequin glove rather.
Yes, the one glove.
One glove. Also had a lot of animals at his Neverland Ranch.
But there was one that was more famous than anything else, and that was Bubbles the chimp. So imagine our surprise when we found Bubbles living out his retirement right here on the Sun Coast, a much calmer life outside the spotlight.
He first burst onto the scene back in the 80s. Bubbles the chimp was the famous friend of pop star Michael Jackson, flying him on tour around the world and living with him full-time at Jackson's Neverland Ranch.
Oh, here's Bubbles. Hi. Here you go. Can I have a seat?
9 years after Jackson's death and almost 30 years after the King of Pop gave him up, Bubbles is now 34 years old and living out his retirement here at the Center for Great Apes Sanctuary in Wauchula.
When they're used in entertainment and are even kept as pets in private situations, everybody loves them, they're adorable. But we know now it very often ruins their life because they think they're humans. They get pulled from their own mothers when they're tiny to be able to be trained for these situations. And they get so strong at age 5 or 6, 7, even 3 and 4, they are stronger than a human child. That they can't safely be worked around people in entertainment or be in someone's home as a pet.
These days, instead of 5-star gourmet meals, it's chimp chow for Bubbles, along with a diet of fresh fruits and veggies. Instead of mingling with celebrities, he hangs with his chimp friends like Coda and Ripley. But he does still have one unique human hobby, painting.
And what's amazing is that he's actually sold those paintings. They've sold them to a Miami gallery, and they made about $2,000 or a little bit over that. And it all comes back to...
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So now we're up to Bubbles' 40th birthday, which was 2 years ago. We were there for this amazing day. Once again, it's in chronological order. Here's some of the... Oh, yeah, this is fun. This is inside their night houses. One time when I went in there, he was sleeping on the ground, and as soon as he saw us, he popped up. You don't realize how big he is until you see him, like stretched out on the ground. It was like, oh my gosh! I go, Bubbles, we're sorry we woke you, but he was happy. He was just kind of chilling out in there, and I went here to he had his art gallery in Miami a couple years ago. You saw all his paintings on the walls, and that's a great picture. Those eyes, his eyes are so amazing. That was the hardest part with the statue, to capture Bubbles' eyes. So we got him painting supplies. Last time we brought him paint and paintbrushes, so he's good on that. Whenever he needs supplies, I tell the caregiver to just let me know, and I send him stuff. Or we bring it. These are He climbs on the fence, Elizabeth, when he wants to, you know, when he wants to spray us with the water. So that's all at the gallery. This here was the first time I met him. You still waiting, Annie, on the painting?
Chimpanzee Bubbles is currently living at the Center for Great Apes in Wauchula, Florida. He was transferred there in 2005 after Jackson could no longer care for him as he matured. Now 41 years old, Bubbles enjoys a comfortable life at the sanctuary, where he has the freedom to explore, build nests, and even paint occasionally. Bubbles has access to tunnels and outdoor spaces, allowing him to engage in natural behaviors. His well-being is regularly monitored by veterinarians and caregivers. The Michael Jackson estate continues to support Bubbles financially, contributing approximately $27,000 to $30,000 annually for his care. Jackson's fan club sends him treats like coconuts and mangoes. Despite the music of Jackson being played at the sanctuary, Bubbles does not show a particular preference for it or other tunes.
So that was Bubbles.
Is in there just getting everything, setting some treats.
Oh,
they
look
also
at that.
In these different bags, they have just, you know, there's stuff with hay actually and wood
This is
with
beautiful.
treats in there, lots of treats, and they'll have a cake they're going to bring out. So the theme is Bubbles.
The theme is Bubbles, yes.
So you see all the blue bubbles hanging around. All the staff have made cards. Some of the other chimps have actually painted those bubbles.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It says 40 and fabulous. Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So that's our card. Those are our gifts.
So this is where we normally
This is our poster.
Most of the time, this is his
Yes.
new.
I don't know why I kept pointing the camera down.
He lives over there sometimes, and that's the biggest habitat.
A nest that Miss Lauren was showing me. Come over here.
Okay, wait, let me just show the Bubbles poster here. You guys, here's our other one. I don't know if we saw it. We had this one made to keep in. I'm trying to keep it.
Adding their excitement to the party. We're starting with Bubbles and Kissy.
Yes, the estate still supports Bubbles, Katie, absolutely.
We're just going to start so Bubbles gets his cake before everybody else takes it. He gets very excited when too many people are around, so we're going to kind of do this quietly.
Once again, these are all clips on the QR code. When you go to the QR code,
The two caregivers here.
it will take you to it will take you to here. And it started when Bubbles was born, right up until his 41st birthday, and all the footage from yesterday, including the statue. As soon as I get it, we'll upload it, and next will be his 43rd, or when we go visit him next, we can keep adding to it. And no, this is not a public place. This is a sanctuary. This is a sanctuary. They have 2-member events a year. Usually 600-700 people come. And then during the year, they'll offer classes. They call it an apology class, where up to 20 people can come. It's usually $50 or $60. It's about 2.5 hours. I don't want to talk over Patty.
But they get a little embarrassed too sometimes. And I think he's just, here comes Oopsie.
We spend a little time in the classroom, and then you go out on.
The grandmother of
Hey, Mickey, and then you go out on the grounds to visit different.
Oops, she's coming to join the party.
But on the member day, you're free to roam on your own. You can visit whoever you want. I kind of sit with him for the whole, 3.5 hours, and I just get to spend like a day of his life watching him. And watching the excitement when, you know, the kids come by and their dad says, "That's Bubbles," and they take pictures and they go, "Hi Bubbles, hi Bubbles," and it's nice to see. All the good people are animal people. The people that aren't, let me be nice.
Oh, he did the water spit? Oh, I missed it. I wanted to get... Bubbles got it.
He got Patty with the water. So that was his 40th. Then, in between 40 and 41,
Okay, guys, we're just on for a couple minutes.
here's the promise that we made. This is where it started.
Hi, Bubbles. We are going to make you the biggest statue.
So, Bubbles just come over to say good morning. He's got a little lettuce snack right now. Good morning. Bubbles has probably the biggest eyes of any of our guests here.
Hi, Bubs. It's me again. Hi.
That's your fan club out there.
You're our fan club.
I don't know why I said that.
Okay, so there's his back. We got a little shot of his back. That's good. So we're trying to capture Bubbles. You guys...
Coda. Coda is a little girl. She's 20.
What a good boy he is, Patty. Right?
I left out the part when he, you know, when he sprayed me with the water.
Like, because, I mean, Bubbles looks different, right? His coat compared to all the other...
Well, yes, he has a nice thick coat. He's very brawny. He's our largest male. I think he's gone up.
Kim, yes and no. The first time, yes.
Which is the,
I think I have it on camera. I have to go back.
But he's big. He's not fat. He's just
right. He's not. Yeah.
Is this for your friend? Is that for your friend? Is that for me?
I'll split it with you. Thank you, Bubbles.
There you go.
Oh my gosh!
Of course, I still have that. Yes.
With all your fans are watching. 35 years ago this week. Remember the video? Leave Me Alone.
Short film.
It was the 35-year anniversary. Your fans all over the world. And wait.
Like I said, we have 12 different outdoor habitats for chimpanzees and 11 habitats for orangutans. So because we have the 2 miles of elevated tunnels, connect all of those habitats. And so the first time you were here, Bubbles was way over on the other side in what we call Chimp 6 area. And Oopsie had his birthday party there. And then when we came back last month for the holiday event, he was in our largest area, which is really big. It's about a half acre. And he and his family were there. He happens to like this because this is one of his first habitats. And he loves to go up this ladder.
Oh, really?
In the cupola where Oopsie is right now.
Yeah, he does climb, for those that were asking.
Like a big old yawn there. No. It was hiding. Is that for me? Is that for me?
You're not a stranger.
No, I understand.
Yeah. And Bubbles does know that you're somebody different because you're already inside the fence now. And I know he recognizes you from your other visits.
Hi, pal. We're going to give you... You know what's funny? It's almost time for Bubbles 41. Seems like we just had his 40th, right? We're like...
It's true. It's April.
Did you stick his tongue out? You stick your tongue out?
Hey, buddy. So I'm the one that's approaching with the camera, and I can get that close so you get a close up. Can you say hello to your fans? Yeah. Because you're a handsome boy.
That he is. We have to.
So, you know, we're trying to get the footage for his eyes. That's. All right, so that led us to Bubbles 41. This is last year. We all know what happened, that amazing moment. The adoption is for 1 year, yes. Yes.
Bubs, this is for you.
One of the great moments of all the footage that I was happy we got.
Like it, Bubs? This is for you. Everybody sing at home. Last verse. All right. That's from our friend Hakeem. Good job, Hakeem. That's for you, Bubs.
So that was 41.
Right.
And that was a year ago. And
once again, you guys are at the Center for Great Apes. So
And here's something amazing. Listen close.
Our love is unconditional, no matter what, which I truly saw this love in him. And as you know, we grew up with lots of animals. It's a funny story that we could have whatever animal we wanted growing up, and my mother would always say, anything but not a chimpanzee. So you know where the story goes from there. So she would say no. She says, because, well, excuse my expression, they mess and they throw it at you in the whole bed. And for some odd reason, my brother just defied that, and Mike decided that I'm going to get a chimpanzee. And he would have them come to the house and have them just bring the animals to the house, meaning the chimps. And he was trying to just bring my mother in with it, warm her with it. And she wasn't having it. She wasn't having it at all. However, I will say, at the end of the day, he brought one. And it was just a little thing. And he was just hugging on to everybody. My mother loved it so much. He says, Mother, can I please have it? Can I please? She goes, I don't know how to think about it. And then the next day again, there was. And he said, Mother, what do you think? Can I have it? She goes, only if you make sure you take care of it and make sure everything's done and clean and whatever. However, at the end of the day, I have to say that Bubbles became a part of our family.
Yes.
Not only was he a part of our family, but he would sit at the dinner table. He would eat with us. No, and Mike had trained Bubbles so well. He would tell Bubbles, especially whenever I was in Mike's room, he'd go, Bubbles, it's time to go to bed. Go to bed. Bubbles would go put on his pajamas. No, he would do this every time. He would put on his pajamas, and then he would sit down by the bed, because Mike had to hide a bed in his room. He didn't want a bed, so they'd kind of pull out. And Bubbles would pull at that out, because, you know, they can draw swing on chandeliers, which he was always doing. And Bubbles would say his prayers. He would sit down and say his prayers every single night. He would do that. Mike had taught him to do that, which was really, really smart and sweet of him. But one thing he loved was Tabasco. He loved Tabasco, and he would just always, no matter when his food came, when they'd have to bring it, he would just pour the Tabasco on it, and he would eat it. He would eat that spice of Tabasco, but he would also, he loved Haagen-Dazs. He'd open the freezer, get the Haagen-Dazs out, and start eating the Haagen-Dazs. But it's amazing.
Thank you, Maddox. I appreciate it.
They never cease to amaze you. They are so much like humans. The only difference is, truthfully, is that they can't talk. Yeah.
Monica, absolutely he was. Absolutely. All right, so this leads us. Oh yeah, you can tell I like this song, right?
I gotta take one picture for you.
This is the Hollywood Walk of Fame. There's a guy that.
One picture for our buddy.
Okay, picture? Yeah. Okay.
All right, so here's how it started. This is how the statue began. You see his eyes? And we went back and forth and it was a hard. That's John Batiste, the artist. He put up with me. I wasn't an easy customer, you guys, but look, it's like, okay, close. Yeah, wow. The whole thing was I picked this song just because it's one of the last ones he worked on, right? And there was never a short film for it, and it just kind of fit. Like, I mean, they're both forever. All right, I'm kind of getting blocked on that song a lot, but so that's the theme. It was, I mean, it was definitely a collaboration. You know, I came up with the statue. The first visit, for those that were with me that day when we were on the Facebook Live at the Los Angeles Museum, and there's the statue of, you know, Michael and Bubbles, and that. It wasn't Michael, and I know it wasn't supposed to be. All the artistic people are telling me it's an abstract, blah, blah, blah. But I just said, you know, there has to be. And fortunately, when I went to Patty, she agreed with me. And I said, well, I kind of have an idea. I'm not sure if it's going to work. She goes, really? I go, yeah. Could we keep it here? Because obviously, look, we'd love to have a Michael statue, right? Okay, so where are we going to put it? Where are we going to put it? That's number one, in a safe place, right? Because, you know, there's always that one, you know, like it kind of has to be indoors. If it's made out of bronze, you know, full bronze, it could be out. It kind of depends the material. So where are we going to put it, right? In a perfect world, it would be at Neverland. In a perfect world, Neverland would be Graceland. In a really perfect world, Michael would be here, and we'd have parties at Neverland. Maybe someday, hopefully, there'll be a Michael Jackson museum. That would be the place. In my 30 seconds with John Branca. Oh, okay. First of all, yeah, one of the things I forgot to do yesterday was, you know, shout out to the estate. John Branca, John McClane, the Michael Jackson estate. I'm frozen. Is anyone else? Is it frozen? I don't know. I see Annie saying it. I'm not sure if it's my connection. Shout out to the Michael Jackson estate. We had to get originally for me to even go there the first time, we needed approval from the estate. That is not a zoo. That is not open to the public. It's a member only. And LaToya really was the only one that ever, you know, filmed there, and even that wasn't live. So for Patty Reagan to let us film Bubbles' 40th birthday live for the first time, I have to thank someone else in a second. But hold on, let me do that first before. So for those that were really with us 2 years ago, remember when I had the car accident on my way to visit Bubbles in Kansas, right? And I totaled my car, and it was a couple days before Bubbles party. I had the banner. Okay. I think it's just you, Annie. I had all the stuff in my car, and the car was totaled. I was upside down in the ditch. They had to smash out the windshield to get me there. Unbeknownst to me, Crystal put a post up. I knew nothing about this at the time. I was like at my lowest point. I had baggage and clothes, and I hated to fly, and I go, how am I going to get this stuff there? And Crystal put out like almost like an SOS call, and they were almost going to have like a caravan of people who lived in one state in Kansas could get them to here, to here, to here. And Sarah Andrew, who I had met, I guess at one of the MJ1 event. You meet so many people, and it even happens today. You know, where like the people will recognize you, but you don't necessarily recognize them until you meet them once for the first time. But anyway, she had two little boys. She's married with two little kids. One of them was having a birthday party, and I think Chuck E. Cheese that weekend. She got in her car from Denver, Colorado, picked me up in Okie, Kansas. I'll never forget it. We drove straight through to Tampa, Florida, where my sister's house is. We got her a room. They set up a GoFundMe thing. People were donating money. We gave all the money to Sarah for her hotel and her. I mean, it was a beautiful thing, unbeknownst to me. Like that. So that's the Michael Jackson fans. But shout out to the estate. So the estate still pays for Bubbles. So she had to get clearance from them, and John Branca left it up to her, and she had followed me on Facebook. They had checked out our videos. Shout out to Diane and Lisa Ann and Lauren and all the staff and volunteers, and they let us not only come, but they let us film. They let us film on Facebook Live, and that was how the whole thing started. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, okay, the statue, right? So we love to have a Michael Jackson statue. Where do we put it? If it's at Havenhurst, that's not open to the public. Although they have 2 member events. I think the Halloween, the movie nights this year is one in June. I think a couple days before the June 25th event, the June 25th, day. And then before Michael's birthday in August, both that day. But there's really not a lot of places where Forest Lawn. I tried, and Forest Lawn is okay with it, but it has to. And the estate didn't have one of the questions. I asked John Branca the first year, and he said it's great, but it's not up to us. You have to go through the family. I don't know who quote the family is, and then where do you put it out there? Unfortunately, where Michael's in is a private mausoleum, so if it was in there, we wouldn't be able to see it. Elizabeth Taylor's, it's a open museum, so people could actually go in. I had thought about that, but I don't know if it makes much sense to put it in there. But we kept open, for a museum. I guess it's not impossible, but that was the problem with that. So this was the perfect place for the Bubble statue. I'm going to try to organize something with them. If maybe we can get a 20 or 25 people next year, a small group, maybe to go and get a private tour. Maybe we'll donate, whatever, $50 or whatever to each person. Take you guys to the gift shop. There's all kind of stuff there. So I was talking to Wendy about it last night. So she will talk to Team Wendy. And Wauchula, Florida, next year, it'd be kind of nice if we could do every April 12th as Bubbles Day. He was born in the research lab, so there's a little confusion as to what day. Wikipedia listed on March the 30th. Patty said yesterday that there was some information that it was April. So one year we did it on the 15th, and one I think on the 11th. Yes, Annie. Yeah. Okay. Remind me that in a second. So I think April 12th would be a nice day. Next year, Easter Sunday is April the 5th. So it'd be the week after Easter. So it wouldn't conflict with that. More on that as we get closer, on that. What else? Who did I forget? Okay, so once again, the QR code, if I posted it on my page here, it should work. If Wendy said she tried it, but she had a little problem with it. It's right here on that post from 22 hours ago. If you just click on it there, it'll take you here to here. Oh, okay. So we also have the guest book. Okay, you see right here it says guest book. So we click on the guest book. No, we don't click on the guest book. Okay, what happened there? Yeah, monuments. Well, okay, it went away. Let me try it here. See right there? MEM.com. Right? So you click on it. It takes you here. And here's the guest book. Okay, so I left the first message here. Okay, like that. And then, okay, so awaiting approval on 2. Actually, I got to get the code from my nephew. But so you guys leave them, and then I approve them. You know, I'll approve everyone, but you know, there's always the one. There's always the 1%ers. Although the 1%ers were gone. Make another post with just a close-up of the code. Okay, I can do that. Actually, here, I'll do it live as we speak for you guys watching. Oh wait, I don't know if I could post when I'm on. Let me see. Oh wait, hold on. I have to take it first. Camera. Take it there. All right, now share it. Facebook, news feed. Okay, there it is. If somebody's watching right now, Wendy, could you try it? Nothing like going live on live. Okay, there it is. If somebody goes on my page right now, can a person get on that site without the code? That's a good question, Sandy. Maybe somebody wants to try that. I don't have that answer. If somebody wants to try MEM.com, Bubbles the Chimp. If somebody can try that while we're on here, that would be nice. I can pass on for other people watching this. Okay. Oh, the adoption, Annie. Yes. Yeah, we have to do another. I guess we got to talk about money. I mean, I hate talking about money, but unfortunately, look, the project was a lot of money. Between the statue came from France, so we have the currency right into euros. Then we have the transport. There were 2 transport companies, actually 3. One had to go to the artist studio, pick it up, bring it to their transport site, transport from the airport there to Charles de Gaulle Airport in France, from France to London. No, was it France to London? Was it France to... It must have been France to Canada. France to Canada. It was originally, I'm so good. There was, okay, wait, it works. The QR code works, Catherine? The QR code on the page works? Okay, so that's good. So this here works. I'll make another, I'll make another one. Okay, there, I'll make it straight. Okay, getting back to the, then we had, hold on a second, I'm trying to talk and, okay. So then we had the pedestal, right? So the pedestal was handmade. Then we had these 4 things, acrylics that the 3 acrylics. Then we had the plaque with all of the donors. Then we have the banner and the card and all that stuff. So that that was all part of the statue. So you can see what the goal was when we started this a year and a half ago. And you can see where we are, now. So we're at 60%. And look, I know, I mean, the times are tough. I mean, I get it. So the next step, so when we do the things for Michael, June 25th, the flowers, all the money that's left over, I'll go a little bit towards that. If we do something in August, it'll go towards that. The Tito passing last year wiped out a lot of what we had for other things we do, the weekly flowers for Michael, Jackson and all that stuff. The banner, the planes, the Dove release, and all that stuff. Unfortunately, it all costs money. So I'm going to keep this fundraiser up. Okay, this will be the main one. Now, I'll post it again. And the one that we did the other day, I mean, for Bubbles' birthday was for all the gifts, all the the toys and stuff like that. So we'll do another one maybe in the summer. I told them, we'll do another one just for them. Last year we raised just under $1,500. I added a little to it to make it up to that. So we adopted. You can't see a menu to get to Bubbles. Georgina, is that by going to the site? Okay, here, wait. Let's do this together because I guess that's kind of a good question. Oh, hold on while I'm here. Oh my God, we got so much going on. Okay, hold that thought. Somebody remind me about that. Let's go to the Jacksons. 2 weeks from yesterday will be the first show. That was just Lenny ringing me, but in the next couple of days, we will have merchandise for the Jacksons' first show, which will be next Saturday, the 26th. Saturday, April 26th. Okay, hang on with the links. Let me just kind of do this. Okay, the Gallo Center. This will be Saturday, April 26th. I'm sorry, not the Gallo Center. The Mary Stuart Rogers Theater, which is inside of the Gallo Center for the Arts. Saturday, April 26th. It's up in Modesto, kind of near Sacramento. Okay, unfortunately, the pictures. Unfortunately, that picture's gonna now become that picture. So. Yeah. September 15th will be the 1 year anniversary of Tito's passing. So we have to deal with that. So this was from the New Year's Eve show that they did in Dallas. So the orchestra pit is sold out. I think I'm in the pit. I'm going to be helping Lenny with the merchandise, but right before the show starts, I'm gonna run down there, and after I get the fist pump from Marlon, I'm gonna run back and help out. So the orchestra pit is sold out. The grand tier, which you can see is all up here, that's sold out. The front sold out. So we have box seats, orchestra seats. So there's the 3 sections here in the middle, okay, that are left. If you want orchestra front, okay, which is like the second section right there behind the pit. The first few rows of that, there's some, random seats on the side there. And, all right, so that's that. So I'll be there. I'll put up our link One of the other links we have, that it's so hard to keep track of this stuff, you guys, but look. All right, so we have another page that's dedicated just for Jackson merchandise. Okay, so if you guys want one of the shirts or the albums or the tour book or whatever we're going to have new this year, you tell me ahead. I'll order it. Give me a couple days. The shipping, it depends where you live. In the United States, I think it was $6, $7 to ship a shirt. It's a little more in Europe as we go. But we'll have that shirt. I'm assuming they'll have the Jackson's shirt, the chocolate shirt. Can you feel it? There was the Shake Your Body. Yeah, Andrew, I know. Look, the shows are... all right, so the link we're going to use... Well, see... I have to leave that up for the merchandise. That's our Tito. That was our Michael. That was Mr. I mean, look, we've raised, when you look at all the money we raised, but unfortunately, every penny goes. There is zero. We are in a negative, we're literally in a negative. I just had to shell it out there just to get this done. I didn't want to wait another year. So everything we do until we hit that goal, it was actually a little more than that, and a lot of the time the people are leaving tips to GoFundMe without knowing. Let me just show it once again here. It doesn't seem to be working though. All right, so make believe you're a donor, right? All right, so you click on here, the donate. All right, now, do you see what happens here? They say they have a zero platform pre, right? But it takes you to 17.5, okay? Now, let's say that I didn't do anything, right? And say we're going to donate $100, right? Now, see, first of all, that'll take you to 117.50, okay? Don't do that. Just bring this to here. It doesn't want to go. And you got to bring it all the way back. Make it to 0, okay? Make it to 0 so that... No, see? Even that, look. See how it slid back? Look. I'm trying to go this way. I'm trying to bring it. That's how it should look. Okay, that's how it should look so every penny goes on there. All right, so even though it says we raised 1,156, that's not what's come to us. So it's actually a little more than that, but all right. So that'll be the one that we use going forward. Okay. The other thing a couple people mention is they want a souvenir from yesterday or a remembrance or something we can do, whether it be a T-shirt, whether it be a little 3D thing of the statue. I don't think. Hang on, did I even show the statue? See what I mean? How there was so much stuff more. Hold on, did I show the statue? We've been on for 2 hours already? Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. I didn't realize we were on for 2 hours. All right. So I must have shown the statue. Yeah. Hold on. Sorry about that. I didn't realize. You start talking and one thing leads to the other. All right. That was the statue. Everything's on my page. But while I have you guys on here, does anyone, the Bubbles magnets, I still have the ones from last time. There weren't any more there. They will have more there. I will let you know as soon as they have them. Yeah, I have to go back and do all that. It's been hectic. A mini statue, yeah. So like a 3D kind of plastic something. What are people thinking? I mean, a T-shirt would be the easiest. Like a T-shirt of the statue itself. We had somewhere, I don't even know. As soon as I get the pictures, this will all be a lot easier. There was a picture of the blanket, which I don't have the still shot. Maybe Andrea, no. I know people have been sending me stuff. I'm trying to scroll through to see where I saw it. If somebody took a picture of the blanket that we gave Bubbles, I don't have any of the... Okay, here. Crystal. Okay, good. Crystal Long, actually. We could make that says Bubbles Day. Included in that, in the envelope, I can make a bunch of these. I guess we can make a lanyard, with a placard. What are you guys thinking? It's the shipping too. It's the shipping that's, sometimes a problem. All right. I mean, we could do another post on that, but the comments are delayed here. Hold on. Good idea. Which one? The little statue figurine, the blanket thing that says Happy Bubbles Day, the picture with the pedestal and the statue. I didn't show the donor's plaque. See, one thing about Wendy, I definitely missed you. Oh, okay, here's another thing. Hold on. Shout out to the MJ Vibe. They gave us a nice write up here. The blanket, okay. A postcard, okay. So shout out to MJ Vibe. We appreciate that. What are you guys saying? Blanket or t-shirt? Wearing a t-shirt, a picture of the statue on a t-shirt, a key holder, t-shirt, mini statue. Okay. All right. We can work on that. We can work. Just I'm thinking of something. Not going to cost a lot. Just a little. The shipping, I don't know, depending where you live. Okay, my God, we've been on for 2 hours. Once again, as soon as I get, hang on, let me check. Every time I get an email, I'm hoping it's from them. I know she's real busy down there. Well, I will post all the footage. A beautiful thing. Well, here, I took a few pictures. But it's so hard, with my hands. Let me see if I can scroll the. Here's just the pictures as they happen. Just a little something. We opened the crate. We lifted it. That's when we first put it on. That was a side view with that picture. That's the one with the plaque. Someone took this one of me with Bubbles, a statue. It was, it's been a 2-year, like to see it in your head and then to finally see it. This here was the mayor. This is Mayor Keith Nadasky reading the proclamation. So they have the footage of this. As soon as they send this to me, it was a beautiful tribute. It was a beautiful. I think Bubbles knew. I think I'm gonna make a post for the ideas. So they. The city presented the proclamation to Patty, and then I presented a plaque to Patty that I hope somebody got on film for me. So once again, the QR code, see the bubble story, sign the guest book. I'll work on the ideas for something here. I'm heading back to Las Vegas after 6 months. We're going to work the Ambrosia concert with Lenny on Friday, the Village in Las Vegas, the Village People in Laughlin on Saturday. Then I'm going to be in Vegas for, then the following, I'm only going to be in Vegas for a few days. Then we have to go to Sacramento for the Jacksons. And then we're going to drive overnight to Highland, California for the next show. Then it's on to the Pointer Sisters in New York. In May, and then the Jacksons will be in Chandler, Arizona, which is near Phoenix, June 20th concert, June 20th in Chandler. I think that's a Friday. Let me just check. And then August 25th, we go to Forest Lawn. We'll start with Michael Flowers for June 25th. Pork Chop and the Gang, that's on a Wednesday this year. Yeah, so the Jackson concert is Friday the 20th. June 25th is a Wednesday. Then I'm off to the UK, it looks like, for the Jacksons. Possibly Smokey Robinson shows also the whole month of July. August 2nd, the Jacksons are in Estonia. As long as I'm out there, I might as well go to Estonia. It's one of the lines on my... I didn't show the banner. All right. I'll make... Everything's on there. Just go to yesterday. A button might be an idea. Okay, a button. Yeah. I don't know how shipping is involved. It's one thing here in the U.S. It's another thing, like, if I can't ship it in a regular envelope, then we got to pay for the big envelope, the added shipping. We'll work on that maybe next week. I'll log on from Vegas. If I get time, I'm going to head over to MJ1 show. We haven't been there for so long. The MJ1 store was going through a little changes when we left. They were only open at night. Okay, the battery's going. I got to log off. I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.